Hello, my name is Matt Adams. I teach government economics and U.S. history this semester. It's my 13th year of teaching, 8th year at Estrella Mountain, 5th year as Estrella Mountain Social Studies Department Chair. And considering the elite group of teachers in the Social Studies Department, that is quite a humbling honor that I take very seriously. My main themes in all my classes this year are professionalism, so what are the right things to say and not to say, in what context, and can we work with others even if we don't choose them to create something awesome? How do we present ourselves in a professional way? Also, where were you in 2020? Every generation has their one water cooler moment. For mine, it was the Space Shuttle Challenger. Where were you when that happened? Other generations, when Kennedy was assassinated, 9/11, if you have older siblings. I feel like this year is going to be that for you. So we're going to try and put that in a larger context. Hopefully you'll be the talk of the office in the year 2030. In government, obviously it's an election year, and we're going to look at the rhetoric and the various political messages that are being sent out there and try and pick apart what's fact and what's opinion, and how we use fact to inform our opinions in an intelligent way. The reaction to the pandemic at the federal, state, and local and community levels. All of them have a different responsibility and response to this crisis that we've been dealing with throughout this entire year. Also, the concept of civic virtue, which is when you do things for the good of the community that might not necessarily self-align with your own personal interest. So you're doing it for the good of the many. In economics, people always say money, and we definitely talk about that. But the true definition of economics as a discipline is the choices that people make using relatively scarce resources. So you can't always have what you want, but if you try, sometimes you get what you need. I think a British philosopher said that. What kind of recovery are we going through? Are we going through a recovery? Is it V-shaped, so we just bounced, or U-shaped, where we kind of dragged along the bottom for a bit, or radical sign-shaped, which I don't even know what that looks like, but I'm working on a theory. We're going to do a greater emphasis on personal financial literacy. My seniors last year helped test out this one online system. It's a game, and I think they enjoyed, so I'm working with that a little bit more. In U.S. history, we've got to look at what have we forgotten. Have we overlooked the fact, like we always talk about the Pilgrims being immigrants, but they weren't. They were colonists. And they're related, but very distinctly different concepts. Immigrants are coming to your country going, hey, we want to be part of this. Colonists are coming to a new land going, we're going to make something new. So neither is necessarily bad, just they are very different. Are we trying to forget anything? If you talk to anyone about the year 1958 that lived through it, you know, some people will go, oh man, I get a flashback every time I go to Johnny Rockets, and you know, it was great, and Grease was a total documentary. Other people are going, they wouldn't have let me into Johnny Rockets. Like, there were places I couldn't go. I was getting beaten down just for walking in the wrong door. We need to be aware of that, because if we aren't, it's going to happen again. And historical revisionism is something that's an ongoing problem that maybe we can nip that right in the bud. As for me, I like everything that the Adventurers Guild does. That's the club I sponsor, which is a fraternal organization for the enthusiasts of gaming, science fiction, fantasy, and anime. In fact, I'm wearing my Adventurers Guild logo now, my personal one. There's a number of talented and motivated seniors this year, and we're forming a really strong creative community over Discord and various methods that we've had to adapt to. So even if you're not in one of my classes or not a junior or senior, please feel free to inquire and become part of our collective. It's a good time. I really would like to see all of you in class right now, but we'll make do as best we can, and hopefully if you spread a positive example, we'll be able to get back on track in the very near future, and we'll all collectivize and be great. And that sounds communist. That's not actually how I meant it. Come together and be a big old kumbaya, jambalaya, like, I don't know, jamboree. Anyway. Any questions? I'm not hard to locate. Hope you have a good school year. Have a magical day.